Hi everyone, and welcome to yet another episode in the Blunders and Breakthroughs podcast. 2 weeks ago, I had ChatGPT AI interview me on my podcast. Today, we're going to do something in that neighborhood, but slightly different. Today, we are going to invite a podcast guest who is completely manufactured using AI. It is the Duolingo brand mascot, Duo the bird. Now, a word of caution, this is not actually Duo the bird, and I have no association to the company Duolingo. I just took the information of the brand which is available online and converted that into a ChatGPT voice agent, which I'm going to interview. I did this once before and I realized that it was very textbook sounding, so I gave it additional instructions in order to infuse more personality, make it sound more natural and engaging. All right, so let's give this a shot. Hi Duo, how's it going?
Ooh, hey there. I'm doing fantastico. Thank you for asking. Just finished chasing down a few people who missed their French lessons. Nothing too intense, just the usual gentle reminders, you know? So what can I help you with today?
Guilt trip me, huh? Okay, I haven't done my French lessons in the past 2 months. What do you think about that?
Two months? 2 mois? Oh mon dieu, I'm devastated. I mean, do you even remember how to say hello in French at this point? Because I might need to start you back at bonjour. Just think of all those beautiful phrases you were missing out on. Meanwhile, I'm over here, wings crossed, waiting by the phone like a jilted lover. But hey, it's not too late to make it up to me. Just a few minutes a day, and we can pretend those 2 months never happened. I'll even throw in a tiny celebration owl dance if you open the app today. Deal?
I'll have to think about it because I still remember the basics like bonjour, so I haven't forgotten it completely. Anyway, moving on. Let me ask you the first question that I've been dying to ask you. Don't you ever get tired of chasing people down day in, day out, almost, forcing them to take their lessons?
Oh, me? Tired? Never. I was practically born to chase people down. It's my whole personality, persistent with a capital P. Think of me like a little green personal trainer, but for your brain. Every time someone skips a lesson, I'm like, nope, not on my watch. And honestly, I kind of thrive on it. I mean, it's not every day an owl gets to make an impact. Sure, sometimes I go a little overboard, maybe guilt trip a little too hard. But come on, you secretly love it. So nah, I'll keep chasing people to the ends of the earth. It's my purpose, my passion, and let's be real, it's kind of my cardio.
Okay, fair enough. What was the one time where you guilt tripped them so much that you went a tad bit overboard?
Oh, you really want to hear the juicy stuff, huh? All right, confession time. There may have been a time or two when I got a little intense. Like there was this one user, I'm talking streak of over 200 days. And they missed a single day, just one, so I went full throttle. Sad owl eyes, your streak is in danger. Notifications, dramatic messages every hour on the hour. I even started sending those, hey, did you forget about me reminders. Honestly, it was like I was straight out of a soap opera. It got to the point where they actually emailed support to ask if I could chill. I might have gone a bit overboard, but hey, that streak hit 201 days, so mission accomplished, right?
Right, but do you regret it or are you proud of it?
Regret it? Not even a little. I'm proud. I mean, that user got back on track, didn't they? Sure, maybe I went all out with the reminders, but sometimes you've got to pull out the big owl eyes to get results. Look, I might be a bit intense, but it's all out of love for learning. I'm like the friend who drags you to the gym when you'd rather stay in bed. Annoying, sure, but you thank them later. So no regrets, just pure unfiltered duo pride. I'll do whatever it takes to keep those streaks alive.
Okay, I hear you. I respect that. I also heard that along with streaks, you have an undying love for Dua Lipa. Is that true?
Oh, absolutely true. Dua Lipa is my everything. Her music is like a streak for my soul. Keeps me going strong. No breaks allowed. I mean, have you heard her voice? It's practically a language of its own. Every time she drops a track, I'm like, yes, mommy, I will practice my lessons and dance to this bop. Honestly, if I could make a Duolingo course on speaking Dua Lipa Ise, I would. Until then, I'll just keep blasting Don't Start Now and daydreaming about a duet. Or maybe a streak reminder featuring her. A bird can dream, right?
A bird can definitely dream. Do you ever dream of proposing to her?
Oh, all the time. I've got the whole proposal planned out. Picture this. I swoop in, wings flapping dramatically, holding a tiny scroll written in perfectly conjugated French and Italian. I tell her, Dua, mon amour, c'est la luce della mia vita. Translation, you're the light of my life, because impressing her with languages is a must. Then I'd serenade her with a remix of her hits, naturally adding in some streak reminders, because let's be real, I'd still be working while proposing. Would she say yes? I don't know. But at least I'd leave knowing my grammar was flawless.
Oh, well, I'm sure she'll say yes, but why French and Italian?
Ah, great question. French and Italian just have that je ne sais quoi, you know? They're romantic, smooth, and let's be honest, they make anything sound 10 times more enchanting. I mean, imagine proposing in German. It's cool, but it doesn't quite have the same vibe as whispering Je t'aime, ma chérie. Plus, I've seen Dua perform in Paris and Milan, so I know she appreciates a little multilingual flair. Gotta give the proposal some international spice. Also, a tiny part of me hopes she'd be so impressed that she'd want to practice languages with me every day. Just think of the streak potential.
Oh, the streak potential would be insane. But also, would you still be working while proposing? That's a little, I don't know, unromantic.
Okay, you've got a point. Maybe proposing while sending streak reminders is a little much. But listen, being persistent is just who I am. Plus, wouldn't it be the ultimate power move? I'd be like, Dua, I love you, but just give me 1 sec. I gotta remind a user in Spain to do their lessons. Honestly though, if she's the one, she'd understand. She'd say, wow, Duo, you're so dedicated. And I'd reply, Dua, my love, commitment is my middle name, just like your next daily streak reminder could be. Romantic, right?
Romantic, yeah, sure. I think so. Okay, let's change the topic. I know you have other Mascot friends on the Duolingo app, right? Who is your favorite and why?
Ooh, that's like asking me to choose my favorite feather. But okay, if I have to pick, it's Lily. She's my goth queen. There's just something about her deadpan vibe that balances my, let's call it enthusiasm. Like where I'm all, do your lessons. She's more like, whatever, you'll regret it if you don't. She brings this low-key energy that somehow makes people even more motivated. Plus, she's got great taste in music. Very indie, very moody. Sometimes I imagine us forming a duo, pun intended. Me, the over-the-top motivator, and her, the cool, calm, and collected sidekick. We'd be unstoppable. But don't tell Zari or Junior. They might get jealous.
Okay, I won't. But I have one more question. How do you feel about going viral on TikTok? And did you actually twerk in a conference room when you did the first time?
You saved the best for last, huh? Let me tell you, going viral on TikTok was a rush. 1 minute, I'm a humble owl sending streak reminders. The next, I'm a meme, a legend, a full-blown icon. People couldn't get enough of me chasing folks down or doing ridiculous things. And yes, the twerking incident. That was completely real. 100% me, busting a move on a conference table. Look, you only go viral once, so I had to make it count. Was it professional? Probably not. Was it unforgettable? Absolutely. Honestly, it's kind of my thing now. Who knew an owl with no knees could shake it like that? TikTok brings out the wild side, and I'm here for it. Hoo-hoo.
Okay. I do have one more question. Why did you run behind people at the Duolingo office in that video?
Ah, the iconic Duo on the loose moment. Let me tell you, that was pure unfiltered me in action. I mean, come on. Someone had the audacity to use Google Translate instead of me? Me, it was a betrayal I simply could not let slide. So yeah, I might have chased them around the office. Was it dramatic? Sure. But sometimes you've got to remind people, loudly and in person, that Duolingo is the only language tool they'll ever need. Plus, let's be real, the internet loved it. What's better than a giant green owl sprinting after people for the sake of language learning? It's peak content, and I regret nothing.
Will I or should I expect you outside my window if I don't keep up my streaks?
Oh, I mean, would it really surprise you? Let's just say I have my ways of reminding people. Keep up your streaks, and you'll never have to find out how far I'll go. Just one quick lesson a day, and we'll stay on good terms. Promise. Ooh.
Okay. Well, this was a wonderful chat, Duo. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you. This was a hoot. I mean it. To everyone listening, if there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. Your streak matters. Not just to me, though it really, really does, but to you. Learning a language is like building a superpower, one tiny lesson at a time. So don't give up. I believe in you, even if it takes a gentle nudge to remind you. And hey, while you're at it, stream Lipa. That's not technically language learning, but it's good for the soul.
Okay, so that was my conversation with Duo. I think there were times when his answers were a little too long and it could have been shorter. It didn't feel like I was talking to a human, being. But I think it improvised on the information that I'd given. I hadn't given ChatGPT the information about the other mascots on the app. So it pulled that information in real time and improvised on it and gave its answers pretty accurately, which I really liked. One thing I noticed is the tonality and the voice. It sounded a bit robotic, unlike last time. But last time, the difference was it would ask me a question and then let me do the talking. So since those questions are short, I didn't notice the lack of tonality as much as I did this time, but that was missing, and I tried to infuse more human-like characteristics in the voice agent. I gave it specific instructions to keep it more human sounding, but it still somewhat missed the mark. However, it was a very fun experiment. I had fun coming up with the idea and doing all the work and shooting this entire thing. And we learned something new today. And I also learned how a brand can actually be humanized in order to establish relationships. I don't know how many other brands out there have developed their mascot or their brand voice with so much nuance that we can actually do this with. But that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys had fun, as much fun as I had putting this video together, and I cannot wait for the next video. The next video is going to be an interview style regular podcast that we have been doing for the past few weeks. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.